This is a thank you, thank you, Yellow Rose for Texas. She put a little snippet up there. I sort of, I give love to all creation. Okay, so I'm law. I am what love is. That goes on forever. So I love all of you. It comes without saying. And she made a little comment there. It's been a long war. Absolutely, it has been. You have no idea, Yellow Rose, how much I've cried on behalf of everyone. Everyone. You know, we don't leave a soul, actually, a soul or a living spirit on a spiritual battlefield. We get everyone. We're the ones that don't leave no one behind because we have the power to do that. They don't have what we have. And that's painful. And that's why it's so painful. Even when I was a child, I had a very, very, very difficult time because I had to draw the line like right out of my mama's womb, that portal. That I am what this is, I'm not what the other is. That means I know I'm one. I am what love is. It goes on forever. And you know it directly through your heart and soul. So you know that your heart is the most powerful accelerator. It's the most powerful light. It's the most powerful love. That's your shield. That's your protection. So, in other words, I mentioned this to Patty Broussard, and I didn't get a chance to say it in my last video. I got sidetracked, as I always do, because there's just so much that you could share, because we sit around campfires and share our stories because of how much passion and love we have for creation of everything that we protect and give love to, just naturally. It's one and the same. There's no difference. When you are what love is, you're on fire. That means your energy, which is pure, which is your spirit that is in that light, is a hot mirror, boy. You know, so a girl knows a hot mirror. Okay, a goddess knows a hot mirror. So you need to bring in power generators when a spirit has fallen into negative magnetic space, so she can experience, okay, who we are, so she can remember who she is by everything they did to who she is. Okay, so we feel that. So one of the easiest ways in which, as a self-reflection, I share with others, if you want to check yourself, because even when I was a child, I was very fortunate. I grew up with children. When Michelle asked me one time, so when you were born, you were awake already? Yes, absolutely. I had my avatar up and running. By the time I was 4 years of age, I'm scanning the terrain. I landed behind enemy lines. Now I'm aware of what I'm aware of. Now I have this. So you immediately know your vortex is your most powerful generator. Okay, that's your light wheel. So now you're running a big pipe. So I know I'm a source pipe, which means it begins with what love is, because that's what I am. So that means you can open big pipes, drill out tunnels. And basically what it means is you're boring holes in a cube. So it can't rebuild itself. That's really what it is. It's like being a big-ass tunnel, a tunnel driver. Just pouring light into the place. All right, so it's like replumbing the system. Driving out every bit of darkness to raise the vibration so people can remember who they are and they're waking up. Now their spirit is waking up, experiencing more energy based on how much they've been beat down in spirit. Because that's what it is for all the marbles. This was not, as I said to Patty Broussard, it's not a beginner's course in spiritual warfare, not even close. It's easy to get your spirit eaten, there goes your soul, your food. Because of the level of weapons that are being waged at a Star Wars level. So this is not a beginner's course. So you couldn't be part of any special forces group if you aren't already well honed in your skills to jump into a place like this, which is a house of horrors, at 4 years of age, and then already be up and running and know exactly what you're in and how you wage and fight these battles. It's basically you're saving the planet. That's what I felt as a child. I got to say, I want to save this planet. That's the same thing as saying I'm saving my children. Okay, that's where it starts. That's where it's like it's not even an argument. So how much energy do you bring to bear into the equation? So you know you're always going to be beaten down because you're experiencing trauma after trauma after trauma after trauma after trauma. It's a trauma zone. It's a massive trauma zone. Soul fracture after soul fracture after soul fracture after soul fracture after soul fracture. So this is sort of addressing, and I've mentioned to her on some things what we call the misreads because of the way that the reversal in the English language is so one big alphabet soup. So it is true as a result of that, and I've always said this, light is a communicator. Okay? You know from whence the communication came because you're experiencing it. Okay? So I know what it feels like to know what happens when I go between there and here. What I experience when I wake up in the morning, like I'll get a download, I'll know whether it's true or whether it's, in other words, whether it's me or not. So it means you implicitly trust what it is that you are in spirit, which is in that light. When you've been on a pathway to keep purifying and getting rid of all the goo codes, which means burning off everything that represents black goo, cube, stuff, the codes. That's what it is. You're burning off codes, burning off fire letters, bad shit. Okay? So when you mentioned about the incorruptible body, that's exactly right. What it means is that your mind's energy, your soul, the essence, you're incorruptible. So that you know that you're in an incorruptible body. But you're in one of these here as a result of being here because of, for example, you don't have self-repair. You don't have a lot of things, right? So you make do with what you have. So I know that I live through my heart, which is the girl at heart. So I know that a goddess gave me this to jump in and do what we do. Right? So I always, when you had put up an image of Patty Broussard and then saying, this is a man, well, I also know what a hermaphrodite is from a god and a goddess's point of view, okay? Or if you will, a mother god, what a hermaphrodite can do. It's not like they're unnatural. Because if you wanted to start a civilization in a new planet and seed something, right? Then what do you think a hermaphrodite could do with another hermaphrodite? They can get a large family going pretty fast, particularly with a twin-braided spirit that is a powerful warrior. Right? So spirit is an energy. So what we're talking here is it's not what you look like. It's the energy that you bring to the universe. How much love you got. So how much love you got in your heart is what we measure. So we can feel that by how much love you have in your heart, by how much love you're giving to everything in creation. Everything that is in nature. So anything that you experience here that was trying to destroy what it is we give love to, that's an easy read in any planet. Right? So you realize they're violating your own law. So it's easy for you to walk through this battleground or navigate your consciousness, your soul, and your spirit through something like this and know everything that isn't what love is. So you know what you are. So you didn't lose your identity. That's what we are in energy. We're the real growers. We're the real seeders. Okay? We're the energy that makes all that grow. And all the diversity that you see in all the ways that a creative artist can see the universe to experience, wow, blow my mind. Yeah, blow my mind. So you can have your mind blown right down the road here when you sit out on the point and you get a few rainbows in the middle of the day, but more importantly, when you can sit out there on the beach, watching the sunrise up right at the crack, and then see the clouds lined all the way up across the horizon and just see the little sparkle of light just begin to just tunnel through the clouds. And then you just begin to see all the bands, and it keeps growing and it keeps growing. It's like, whoa, it's like a film shutter speed. Wow, what a picture, what a moving picture. And you realize how it's graduating. Wow, the light. Welcome to a new day. Thank you very much for your energy. I love you too. And then have rainbows throughout the day. And then the humpback whales come in to birth their calves right down in that little bay. And then you don't have to move and you can look to your left and you can see the sun go down. and see Maui in the distance where the colors are all shades of purple and red, all the different ways between red, blue, purple, yellow, and gold. What a magnificent skyline. These are eternal blessings. When you experience that with so much love in your heart, the artistic expression of the universe presenting itself to you, because we're the energy that makes that happen. The real universe. It's real living light, which is real living love, because that's the energy that we use to love you with. That's the truth of it. So when you live through your heart and you are what love is, then you know that you're running the most powerful shield, and that shield becomes your big-ass volcano, just like it is here on this island, from which you're accelerating your magnet to experience more light. So you're tunneling, you're a pipeline. So you bring the pipeline in here. Now people are waking up. They're experiencing more love. So yeah, we're naturally going to be under attack because they map it and they know what's here. So they knew we were coming back. So they were in a race against time. They lost. They lost. It already happened. And the amazing thing about it is to know that you already are. And to have already actually known that for many years. Particularly around, actually when Yellow Rose first put those videos up, and now I led myself to go look at them. Yep, we're already on the other side of this. Actually, before Rose ever mentioned any of that, it's like I already know that, because then I realized that the energy that is in the mob is the same energy I am. Plowing its way through it like a wheat field. All that mentions. Holy shit. So the gang's all here. Everybody showed up. Yep, we all showed up for class. The classroom, right? Right, Mama? We all showed up. You better believe we all showed up. The law of one is here. You better believe it. Have a good night. Take care of yourself.